Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about this great little fingerstyle tune called Little Martha, written by Duane Allman, the great Duane Allman, and of course recorded with Allman and Dickie Betts, who together, the two in classic rock, were probably about as good as you could get with dueling guitars in a classic rock setting. And again friends, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Lots of tips, tricks, and techniques, guitar lessons, and a lot of original music that I'd love for you to hear and get your feedback on. But again, always a pleasure to have you along this guitar playing journey, to share the music, and to enjoy the ride. We'll break this tune into 4 sections. We'll do the introduction, then we'll take a look at the E section, which runs about 8 bars, the A section, which is about 4 bars, and then of course the bridge, which is another 8-bar section. And putting it all together, I think this works very well as a solo piece, and you can incorporate it into your routine. Actually give your voice a rest as you play this little fingerstyle tune. It's quite nice. So let's take a look at this introduction. We're going to start with an E chord. So we're going to play the E, and then we're going to come up and play this E, A, F sharp, which again is qualities of a dominant B7, also qualities of the E, which gives us a little bit of a suspension off the E. So however you want to look at it, it's a cool sound. And then we're going to go to the B7. Okay, again we're playing A, F sharp, A doubled, and the D sharp. So all the notes of a B7 except for the B, and then when we put in the E bass, we get a very cool sound, again with a dominant feel, and then we come back to the E. So the whole thing is going to sound like this. We've got E, and then we're going to double the 2 and the 4. So we can just pick that with the thumb and the first finger. So we've got and then we're into the song. Okay, we're into the main section, the E section. Playing that with a little bit of pensivity or pensiveness, we're going to go and then we're into the piece. Okay? So now on the E section, if you look at the tab, so we're going to keep the E form in place and we're going to be picking around it, and we're going to go, and we're going to use that little pinky to give us that E suspension, right? So we're going to go da, 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 and now we're going to pull off that suspension. Okay, so that basically doesn't, this hand does not move except for the pinky coming in for the suspension. Da, 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 da. First 2 measures. Now the next measure. Again, starts out the same, but now we have to come up to the 4. And again, we're not going to make a lot of movements on the finger here. We're just going to take the E, slide up the 3rd finger, play that 4th fret, okay, and then we're going to need the 2 underneath it. So we're going to be basically just playing these 2 fingers, okay, so we're sliding from the E into the 4 and the 2. Let me get that finger out of there. You see, we're just going there. So we're going here and then just those 2. And that's going to give us the first 4 bars, okay? So we're going to go da, 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 da. Okay, sliding up to the 2 and the 4 to play that little section, and then back to the E for the last, well, the 3rd beat, okay? da, 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 da. And we got the first four measures. Now the second four measures, exactly the same, right? All the same. The first three measures exactly the same, except now we're going to slide up to get the six, and then the two. Okay, so da 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 da, and that gives us the whole E section. And you can see that all comes from an E, and then just sliding up for the 2 and the 4, and then in the last section we have to come up to the 6 and the 4, back to the 2 and 4, and back down. But all of this can be accomplished basically with just the E chord in a little movement here. And again, when you make that movement, keep that first finger down so you don't have to do all kinds of gyrations to get these notes, right? Just slide it out of the E. That first finger stays down. Now, the A section, we can do this with an A7 chord. So we're coming out of the A7, da, 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 and then we have to go out here and play the A. I like to play it with the bar here. Da, da, da. Okay, get that little finger out to the 5th fret. Not too bad of a stretch because, you know, 1 finger per fret, so it's not too bad. So da, 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 da. So come out to that A and then get back to the A7, okay, to continue. Da, 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 da. And again, we've got the hammer on the 2 and the 3, little pinky doing the hammer on. Da, 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 and the pull off, right? Hammer on, pull off, hammer on, da. Now we're going to go to an E to get that outer note there on the 2, pinky on the 2, and then open, okay? So the A section goes like this. A7, full A, back to the A7, A7, E, to get that 2, okay? And we've got that A section. Da, 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 da. Now we go to the bridge, and the bridge is going to be like this. We're going to go up here on the 9th and the 10th fret and play a D form, and of course that's going to give us an A chord, right? So we're going to play an A chord on the D form, playing that E bass all along, and then we're going to come down here to, again, another A form, but we only need the 3 fingers. We played a bar, right? That would be an A chord. We only really need the 3 fingers because we're playing 3 fingers. Okay, so we're playing the A there, and then we're going to come up to the 7 and 8, which of course would give us the B, right? The B chord. So we're going to go bum, 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 2, 3, 4, bum, bum, and now come down here to again a B form. Okay, again we only need to play the 3 strings, so we're playing those 2 with the 1. So this is going to sound like this: da, 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 2, 3, 4, da. So it's all A's and B's, but different forms of those chords. Now the second 4 is going to be da, da, da. And now here, we're going to do a little roll back to the start or the E chord. And again, this is not exactly the way they did it, but for our solo purposes, it works nicely. And there's a couple of ways we can do this, I'll show you. So we're going to do 4 and 6 together, 2 and 4 together, and then down to 1, okay? So it's going to be da 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 da, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, okay? And then we're back to the open E, so we can get back to the finger style again, okay? And there is one other little section where they jam a little bit off of that bridge. It's a little different rhythm, but the chords are the same. So you're still going to be playing that B to the A, to the A, okay? Da, 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 da. And then the B, A, B, da, 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 da. And then we're back to or we could do it like that, right? So we could do that like that, or we could go like this. Again, where we're only a solo, you know, we can't be playing both parts at the same time, but we can simulate the feel of it. So that could either be done with the roll as I showed you, or we could come down here and play with the little finger and the third, fourth finger. We could do something like that. An old blues roll here, back to the E. So I think if you get these 4 pieces and you play with them a little bit, you can come up with a nice little solo performance for yourself with an inspiration to this great Allman Brothers effort. You could do something that sounds kind of like this.